Hey guys, welcome to Tambayan. This is episode 4. I'm your host Josh. You know me by now, and we have a special guest with me today.
Hi, my name's Clarissa. I am 19 years old. I was uh I live in San Juan City in Metro Manila. And I go to UCL right now for computer science.
And that's the end of the episode.
Oh, and my favorite color is purple. I'm a Libra. Yeah.
Oh my god, same. I love purple.
Nice.
So tonight even, we're gonna be talking about superstition and all things maybe scary.
I got us a bunch. Okay, so I got us we have old wives' tales. You can actually just choose the category that you want to start with. We have old wives' tales, Chinese, New Year's section, death,
Oh,
examinations, and disgusting.
disgusting.
Where do you want to start?
Give me disgusting first.
Oh, it is an interest. Okay, it is an interesting one. So when you have a newborn baby and like if you're a stranger meeting a newborn baby, you want to rub your saliva on the baby's head
Wait, really?
and tummy to protect the baby from evil spirits. Yeah, this is legit. I asked my mom about this because I was like, nah, this I gotta be like misremembering this or something. But no, it's legit. I mean, not anymore, probably.
I've
With
never
the
heard of
whole
that.
virus going around.
Yeah, true.
It's
You don't want to pass COVID to a
an
baby.
interesting one. It is confirmed with my mom,
Did she do that to you?
who is my primary source for most of these. Hopefully not. Well, it has to be the stranger that sees the baby. I didn't know about the head, but the tummy one, rubbing your saliva on the tummy, I'm 99% sure I may have done that to a baby in my life at some point.
The only thing that was rubbed on me was Vicks for everything. Does that count as a superstition?
Ah,
Is it not?
sticks under your nose for when you can't sleep. Oh my god, does that count as that could go under old wives' tales? But is it really a superstition if it actually works
Does
though?
it though? Does it?
It does.
It's like, what else? Like, when you're in the rain, say you have a cold, you're in the rain, you're not supposed to have a shower, otherwise you'll be sick. And then they'd rub Vicks all
Is
over
that a
you.
freaking thing?
That was
Oh
me
my
growing up. Even
gosh.
even to now, like my mom, I came home yesterday. I was out. You're not supposed to because of quarantine. But I was soaked, and mom was like, "Don't have a shower, you'll be sick tomorrow." I took a shower. I may or may not have a cold. I have Vicks.
Boom. See what I mean? It's not a superstition if it actually works.
I don't know. Some of them I still like follow. Like for example, I don't know. When I grew up in the Philippines, every time a butterfly or a moth would like fly in, my mom would be like, "Oh, that's
Yeah.
your insert dead relative."
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the freaking. Ah, that gets me. Every single bug has to be a dead relative. I'm like, bro,
It doesn't have to be.
okay. I mean, it's nice of them to visit. I mean, I get it though. Like, if you want to, let's say someone you care about's gone and you see a little butterfly, it's just nice, be like, oh, hello. Hey there.
Yeah, but
It's sweet.
it's sweet. But I I have like a story about this. I'm deadly scared of butterflies and moths. I don't know if you've seen that one SpongeBob episode.
Butterflies.
Have you seen that one SpongeBob episode
Okay.
where they close
You
up?
have to describe it.
Hmm. Okay. It's called Wormy. They follow a caterpillar and it turns into a butterfly. And
Yeah.
every time it lands on one of the bubble heads, like a close up of the face of the butterfly like shows up on screen and it scarred me for life.
Fair enough.
So every time a dead relative would fly into my house, I'm like,
It's
mm-mm, I love you, but
a
mm-mm.
dead relative. Oh, that's a good one.
What else?
We just talked about death. So yeah. Oh, this one. Don't bring home food from a funeral.
Hmm,
You heard that?
no.
Well, oh sorry, not a funeral, but like the wake. No, how can you not have like you've been to a wake presumably in your life?
Only once when I was like five.
Never?
Five.
The wake. It's like it's after the funeral. It's just like a couple days where the caskets is just on display and there's all kinds of food. Man, it's really important to have like a spread of all kinds of snacks and stuff. And if you bring the food home, you bring the spirit with you.
Oh, really?
So I couldn't even like let's say I'm finishing up my last skyflake. I'm in the car and my dad's like, "No, no, no, no. Leave it. Eat it first before you step in." And I actually did because I was like, "Oh, you don't know. You never no. I don't believe it, but
You never know.
I mean, who knows? Maybe they are living in that little tiny Oreo in your pocket."
Some of them are just so ingrained, I guess, and they just pass it down.
And another one about funerals, which apparently you've never been to before. If you go to a wake, this is called making pagpag. If you go to a wake, you can't go straight home because that's another way of bringing the spirit with you.
Oh.
You have to go somewhere else first. My family usually chooses to go to the McDonald's that's near our house or maybe the 7-Eleven.
Mm.
But yeah, we just joke about how like at this point the freaking McDo is like haunted because of all the spirits we've dropped off. Ah.
I don't know. I've never like recently been to a wake.
Okay, you might know this one. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if someone says something might die, someone goes, oh, knock on wood.
I think isn't that more
Like,
hmm,
so that it doesn't happen.
that's like a jinx thing,
Oh, is
isn't
that
it?
not a Filipino thing?
I don't know. I've had that
It
growing up
is, it is.
here.
It's exactly, it's a jinx thing.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it. Well, but I guess good on us.
Some
Oh man,
superstitions
I know the
transcend culture,
Filipino
I guess.
thing. They really do. I had a friend who like really truly believed. He just did it all the time. Even if he said something like, "Oh, you're gonna get a low grade on the next test," he'd knock on wood. So we kind of like devised the plan to like say bad luck things when we're on elevators or like in the middle of a field, anywhere where there's no wood around, and just watch him struggle.
Oh, I have one of that actually. Um, so a groupie of three. If you take a picture, like a selfie of three
Picture.
people, yeah, the person in the middle will
Yeah.
be the first to die. Have you heard of
To die. Yeah. Wait. Did you also freaking hear this? I can't. This one. I
that?
don't believe this. How do people go about their lives? I mean, at some point you gotta be in the middle of the photo. It's good stuff. Sorry.
Like I remember,
Yeah,
yeah, I think
I have heard that, and
following
I found it
following the
so
rule is like
interesting.
apat dapat, which means it should be four. Like, oh yeah. So at least no one
Yeah.
will die in the middle because there's two people in the middle.
So you need so that no one's in the middle.
I know, right? But what if you only have like one friend?
That's it. No pictures ever.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that's all I have
that
for
one's one
death.
of the crazier ones.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, have you ever been to a cemetery?
Yeah, All Souls Day.
Okay, when you so when you like you know how some of the graves are on the floor, they're like buried underneath,
Hmm.
and you kind of have to like walk past them or even on top of them.
Hmm.
You always have to say something like nakikiraan po, like oh I'm
Yeah.
just passing
Hmm.
by to their souls to make sure. I absolutely do it every single time.
Yeah, me too. During All Souls Day, when before I moved here, we would celebrate that and then just like, oh tabi tabi po, excuse me, paalam.
Yeah. Oh my god. I was telling I do tabi tabi po, and I was like, my sister keeps telling me, "Oh, ate, that's only for duendes or like elves or something," and I'm like, "Well, well,
You don't want to
it
walk
feels
into a
right,
ghost, yeah.
like, cause you're telling them to like step aside.
I think that's
Yeah,
more of a respect thing, to be honest.
it is,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's a respectful
You just kind of look
superstition.
at the name and you're like, I don't wanna disrespect poor Enrico or whatever.
And then you go,
Just passing by.
okay, what other
Listen, bro.
categories?
Okay, so I also have the other categories were old wives' tales, Chinese and prosperity, New Year's section, exams.
Ooh, I'm part Chinese. Let's go Chinese.
Okay, the Chinese culture in the Philippines,
Hmm.
very prevalent. I mean, like we all have Chinese relatives. We all look like vaguely
Vaguely.
Chinese-ish, like just tiny bit. It's sort of like in our blood. So this is one. Whenever we eat at in like a Chinese restaurant for someone's birthday, we always eat birth something. They have a dish called birthday noodles.
Yeah, yeah, the
That's what we
noodles.
eat.
Pancit. It's usually pancit
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
me.
And exactly. And yeah, there has to be some kind of noodle. It doesn't have to be the birthday noodles, right? But like any kind of birthday celebration, you gotta bring a noodle dish. And
Mm.
furthermore, you're not allowed to bite. You're not allowed to cut the noodles because you'll be cutting people's lives.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
long noodle is
I've heard
supposed
of
to
that one as
symbolize
well.
a long life. Okay, so oh my gosh, every single kid, I presume every Filipino kid has like had that reaction where they hear it and they're like, wait, but what if? So am I allowed to chew the noodle or am I chewing somebody's life away? Because that's like the logical next step, right? Like, oh, the noodle is someone's life, and I'm not allowed to cut the noodle. Therefore, must I simply swallow it whole,
Yeah,
mother?
you should. That's what I was taught. I still do that.
I did.
Every single birthday of my family.
No way, Josh.
Yeah,
Wait, you actually swallow the noodles without chewing? No freaking way.
yeah.
No,
They're not that long.
no.
Come on, they're not that long.
They're noodles. It's food. How?
You don't eat a lot. I don't eat a lot.
Whoa. But you eat. Whoa.
Mm,
I mean,
I want long life,
interesting.
don't you? I want to live long.
But I think I'm so confused, right? I'm still processing this information. Is this like a you thing or is it like your whole family
It's
that
an
does
entire
this?
family thing. I think it's a Filipino Chinese thing, more or less. It's noodles. It's
I'm
noodles
just
for
picturing
Christmas, noodles for New
Josh's
Year's.
entire family. Oh my god. All of you just like slurping your noodles away. Not a single chewing noise.
You know,
Apparently devoid of any gag reflex to speak of.
you know,
Brilliant. Yeah.
slurping your noodles is actually a sign, like a good sign that you enjoyed the food. So it's encouraged.
Slapping.
No,
Oh,
slurping.
slurping. Yeah, like in Japan. Yeah, in Japan. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's a cool. It's a nice. Yeah. I mean, I'll have to try it. Oh my god,
Wasn't
the
it your birthdays?
Chinese
Wasn't it your
and
birthday recently? Did you have noodles?
oh, shoot, I'm gonna have like the shortest life now. I hope it stacks. I hope like the previous long years cancel it out.
It
I
stacks.
forgot to have no.
It stacks. It stacks.
It feels wrong now. It should. It should. I should have had. Oh man, I have like cup noodles here. I might as well just like pull one out just in case.
Right.
Did you have another Chinese superstition you
Mhm.
remembered?
It matches up to New Year's actually. Every New Year we put money on windowsills. Every windowsill in the house. We open it. Um, we as soon as it hits 12, we bang pots and pans. We make sure we have, I think, 12 circular fruits
Oh,
in the kitchen table, and then we don't sweep out because it's sweeping out, you know.
so you're sweeping away the good luck,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. So yeah,
Yeah. Oh, I've heard that too.
so
Sorry, I
many.
love that. That's such that. I don't know why, but everything you said just screams like Chinese to me. Like the 12 circle fruits.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We still
That's
do
good
that.
stuff.
We
I
still do
mean,
that.
there's it's a lot of like there's a lot of prosperity. I mean, originally the category was Chinese prosperity because all of the Chinese stuff I came up with had to do with
Money,
prosperity in a way.
money.
Like we do a similar thing. Yeah, no. Every New Year's, my family will buy gold like chocolate coins that are wrapped in gold. You know those?
Yeah.
Yeah, like from Goya or whatever. Well, and then we have to have them on our pockets the day itself. Like it has to be on your body the whole of New Year's Day
Really?
to make yeah, so that you'll be wealthy for the coming year.
Oh, for me, it was, those edible, I don't know what they're called, the edible orange things, like the discs that you get from communion. How, how? How flakes.
I
That's
knew
my,
it. I see it. The AW. Yeah. Oh, how
how,
flakes.
how?
They are suspiciously red.
I used to get them with my ampao. You know what an ampao is?
Interesting. The greatest
The red,
tradition of all time.
the red envelopes. I get them with that.
I am 20 and I still get ang paos.
You know, I
Oh yeah,
don't.
I did. I turned. Oh, I introduced myself as 19, but I turned 20 yesterday.
What other
The
superstitions?
Chinese 10 out of
Yeah,
10.
yeah. Let's go back.
I have no okay. 13 is an unlucky number in
Hmm.
Chinese, right?
Yeah.
So there's no floor. Okay, this is something that's I can't. This is legit. Okay, so there's a hospital in the Philippines called the Medical City.
Hmm.
It's like in Manila.
Yeah.
They don't have a floor 13. It goes from floor 12 to floor 14.
Yeah.
And I asked my dad about this, and he was like, "Yeah, it's a Chinese thing, because it's unlucky." And I seen it in a bunch of hotels in Green Hills as well. Like Shangri-La
Green
doesn't have a floor
Hills. Yeah,
13.
yeah.
Like Green Hills. Yeah. What the frick? It's still the 14th floor is still the 13th floor. You're just kind of like making yourself feel better.
I just don't know why it's such an
Hmm.
unlucky number.
Is
Hmm.
4 is supposed to be a lucky number,
Four
right? In
is
Chinese,
four is
like it means
unlucky.
unlucky or
4 is unlucky.
oh, it's unlucky.
It
Yeah.
means death. The number
4
4
is
means
death.
death. The lucky number is number 8.
Good stuff.
Because
Oh, okay.
it means prosperity. Number 8 in Chinese. I think the word in like Chinese for 8 means
There's a lot to
prosperity.
remember for Chinese culture.
There is. Um,
Yeah.
there's a lot. I think a lot of Filipino superstition stems from it as well. Like the New Year
Yeah,
thing. I see a lot of
definitely.
Filipinos do like, the loud banging, the fruit
Of
sometimes.
course. Oh, I have another New Year's one. But I don't know actually if this is like a Filipino thing. On New Year's Day, our family, we all bite from the same apple to symbolize togetherness, and so we'll be together in the coming year.
Coronavirus. I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
Coronavirus!
Where's the
But
yeah. I don't know. It's cute though. It's cute. I like it. I mean, my dad is always like, ugh, but I was like, hey, this is. It's a nice. And you look at the apple, and it's like, wow, this has every single one of our saliva on it.
ew,
What a great apple.
laway.
You want to keep with you forever.
Ew, laway.
Laway conscious. Ooh, okay. Has let's get on to Ooh,
What other categories do we need to
oh,
tackle?
you said the jump on New Year's to get taller, right?
Yeah, yeah. Jumping on New Year's Day makes you taller. I know some of you guys that I know
I heard that
that you're
too.
small as hell, but it worked for me.
It didn't.
It worked for me.
That's so not fair. That is so not fair. None of the height related superstitions worked out for me. My nana told me that, like, so I'm not allowed to jump over my sister or anybody when they're asleep because it's gonna make them shorter. And I was like,
Oh,
and my sister's like she's 14, I'm 20,
yeah.
and she's actually like kind of getting like taller in height than me, and I've been jumping over her as much as possible. It doesn't work. She stays the same height.
I'm the tallest
Yeah.
in my family. I'm 5'11". Deuces. Deuces.
So not fair. So not fair.
Like,
Dang.
you have to jump. You have to believe in it. You have to
That was it. I didn't
believe.
have enough. I didn't believe enough. Gotta believe.
Do you guys wear a color during New Year's? Is there a theme?
Are you gonna say the color red?
Yeah.
Josh?
The
Oh my god.
color red. I don't always wear red. I was just wondering.
My
I think I
family. Oh
know.
my.
I know some other people wear red.
Oh no. It's a Chinese thing, right?
Hmm.
Like I had a Zoom for my birthday yesterday, and like my dad made sure to wear red, and like my cousins who always do the Chinese traditions were also wearing red. I don't know if this one's a Filipino thing or if it's a people in the world thing.
Hmm.
But if a person sneezes, someone's thinking of them.
I think I've heard
Is
of
that
that.
Filipino?
I think I've heard of it.
Right? Yeah, yeah. Is that a Filipino thing? I feel like because I think I've seen it in an anime at some point. So that's why I'm not sure.
There's another one where
Like some Naruto episode or something.
there's another one where if you get a pimple, it means someone likes you.
What?
Have you not heard? Yeah,
Whose mom told their kid that? Make them feel good about themselves.
I don't know.
What a,
I didn't get acne
that
growing
was
up, so
absolutely started by the mom of someone who had a very oily skin type. That's a good one.
I mean, I never had an
How
acne
come?
phase, so no one
Oh,
liked me.
pimples meant lots of people liked you. I must have like missed out on some signals in high school.
Knox.
Ooh, this one's an interesting one. This is called sukob. When
Mm,
two siblings get married in the same year, it's gonna bring bad luck or even death.
Suko. I've heard of that.
Yeah,
I've
apparently.
heard of it
I
like
mean,
recently.
I don't know any instance of people of like siblings getting married in the same year.
It means a death of an immediate family member, right?
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, is it? Is that what it means?
yeah.
Oh my gosh,
If
that is so dark.
if two siblings marry within the same year, then the death of an immediate family member will follow. That's from what I understand.
It's so dark.
Mm,
That make wait. It is supposed to be like a curse though.
yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, that is. I mean, I wouldn't risk it if those are the stakes. Man, can you imagine like just oh, like I would I just in case. You never know.
You never know. Like,
That's the thing with a lot of these superstitions is you just do it because like, you know, you never know and like it doesn't hurt. It's fun to do to like participate in a little weird tradition. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, let's do this one first because my yaya used to tell me this. If I washed my hand, like if I was like, I came home from school and like my feet are sweaty or like your hands are sweaty, you can't wash them right away or you'll get mapasma.
Basma.
I think it's supposed to mean like clammy or like spasm. Oh, there. Okay, the Wikipedia page literally says it refers to a folk illness unique to the Filipino culture that is said to be most commonly brought about by exposure of cold and water in many forms. Those are like, and it's the weirdest thing because when she told that when she said it to me, I was like, yeah, that makes so much sense. Cause like, the feeling of washing your like hands, like say sweaty hands
Mm,
with cold water, it just feels off.
mm.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. Talaga? Speaking of Talaga,
What?
Clarissa, do you have a fact
I
for
don't
us
know.
today?
I do have a fact, and it's basically just another superstition. The fact is, there is a superstition going on that when a girl has her first period, she should put the actual panty that she used for her period, like on her face, to prevent pimples and give her clear skin. Fun facts. I swear, I promise. I've confirmed this with other people.
Wait, so you've done it?
They are.
You've done it?
It is. No, I haven't. No. Oh God. No. I mean, like other people have heard of this, and
Oh,
presume like know people who have done it. It
ew.
is an interesting one. It is quite just the. How does this even come about? Like somebody had to have invented this at some point, and they're like maybe they just hated like a girl, like some teenager hated this girl and was like, "Ooh, you know what? Why don't you try this super neat trick I heard?"
Of putting your bloody
But yes,
underwear on your face.
Lien Lien has heard of this. Yeah, we discussed it at one point in Filipino class, and everyone seemed to have heard of it. And I was okay, must be facts,
Must
must
be
be true.
facts. So many Filipino superstitions. Like, I don't know where all of these have come from.
Yeah, like I mean, we're as humans, we look for reasons for everything, you know? Like Life must have meaning, or else we're just here.
Yeah, need to do something.
Yeah.
But what I've noticed is that these superstitions magnify around like Halloween time.
That is a good point.
It's true. Even though for a
Absolutely.
country
And especially,
we don't celebrate Halloween like as big,
yeah.
but like all the ghost
Oh,
stories, the superstitions
yeah.
suddenly are really relevant around October, November-ish.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like All Souls Day and stuff. I
Also,
mean, and the more people believe it too, like if you see everyone around you, it's like an atmosphere. If everyone around you believes it, you're like,
did you get Manananggal stories?
I've already forgotten. No, tell me, tell me, tell me.
So where I live, we get fruit bats. You know the flying foxes, the really massive bats. I think that's where the stories of Manananggal came from because they're so big, right? It looks like a human flying, like half a human flying. But
Wow,
I don't
really?
know where the Manananggal like actual folklore came from. It's our own version of vampires, aren't they?
Yeah. From my head.
It's just the upper part of a
Ooh.
lady like flying everywhere at night. So like during Halloween in
Hmm.
Philippines, I'd be like,
Ooh.
I don't
Oh
know if
yeah, it is a female. It's always depicted as a female, apparently.
it says something.
Ooh. Okay. There's one where if you sleep with wet hair, it'll make you blind. I don't know if you heard that one,
Keep
but my
blind.
nana told me that once.
No wonder why I'm wearing
Yeah,
glasses.
and she told me that when I was like 7, and I was like, "Holy crap! I've slept with wet hair so many times. When am I gonna go
It's
blind?"
probably why we're both
And I
wearing
was like,
glasses.
"Ah,
Do you know what the duende is? The dwarf.
yes, it's like an elf or a dwarf."
Yeah. So
Yep.
there are times, driving to the province, you need to pee, right? So you get off the car, you run off into like a field or something, and before you do it, you be like, tabi
Yeah.
tabi po, in case you pee on one.
I didn't know that. I didn't know boys had to do that before they pee in the forest. I thought it's just like if you're like walking around somewhere. Are you serious? So before you before you whip your junk out, you're like, excuse me,
Yeah,
move
excuse
aside.
me. Otherwise, because it's bad luck to pee on
The piano. Who came up with this? Oh, it's so good.
Is it a
I
duende? Am
love.
I talking about the
Oh
right
my
one?
gosh, I need to ask my brother if he did that. It sounds yeah, yeah. Tabi tabi po is for duendes, so
Yeah.
it's like makes perfect sense. Oh, I never made the connection. It's like the magic words.
Tabi tabi po.
Like we can't, yeah, like they can't evade your P unless you say tabi tabi po.
Hmm. Hmm. I mean, it's just respectful,
It's
in
how
my
the
opinion,
magic
anyway.
works.
And they're
You think peeing,
I don't know,
peeing in the forest becomes respectful as long as you say tabi tabi po.
because otherwise, the
Good stuff.
do you know what capre is? Capre.
Another Filipino folklore myth that I missed out on.
So capre.
I can't remember.
So a
Yes.
capre is like like a giant tree, a walking tree, and that
Mm-hmm.
if you, because I used to play in the forest a lot growing up when I go back to the Philippines. Um, you had to, you know, be careful. Like, oh, if you're playing with your friends, make sure you see each other because the tree likes to, make you lost. Play pranks, just those ones.
Damn.
I know. And there's another one, it's forest related as well. The Tianak, Tianak. It's like a demon baby.
I think,
It's basically a
yeah, yeah.
baby that's
It
died.
sounds right.
That's died before it got baptized.
Wow.
And if
Ooh.
you're in the forest,
Ooh, that's dark.
and if you're in the forest,
Yeah.
um, if the louder is, it will cry, and the louder the screams,
Mm-hmm.
it's further away, but the quieter the scream, it's closer to you. Some like Blair Witch
Jesus.
type of.
That is fucking scary. Yeah, man.
I'm telling you,
That is. Ooh.
Philippines is up there with the horror, and like there are some that are loads of like superstitions during like pregnancy. Say for example, you're pregnant. If you see a monkey, your child will act like one, and that hearing or seeing any
Oh.
animal will make your child resemble the animal. So I was like, I asked my mom, Mom, what did you look at? I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Another superstition is that if you see a black cat cross your path, you should change your direction,
Hmm.
or say if you're an ATM, cancel your transaction because it means you'll get bad luck. So many things. Money.
That's so specific. That's so specific. Imagine you're like withdrawing to pay your bills, and then you see a cat, and you're like, "Oops, well, I guess what can we do?
I just go to the next ATM.
Next month it is." Oh my gosh, I would absolutely not cancel my Shopee transaction for a cat. That, I'm far too impatient. Uh, the last category I had was exams, and and these ones are like all true. Promise. If you wear red underwear during your exam, you'll get like a higher grade. My tita said she did this in college. Like everyone like had a pair of like red panties on or something to get a higher grade.
Oh, I've
Okay, I
never
don't know.
won.
I just wanted to share because I just love the thought. Okay, like like all these kids, studying and doing their best, and the deciding factor being whether or not their underwear that day was red.
I've never won any red underwear. That's probably why I did really mediocre in my
Well,
exams.
that's
Makes sense. Makes
yeah.
sense.
Sorry, and this is the last one, and it's my favorite because I actually did this one. But for when I took the UPCAT, and like everyone in my batch as well, we all used pencils that had been blessed by a priest the week before. So we all had blessed pencils. We used blessed pencils for our test papers.
I've never heard of this.
And it worked though. I mean, I
Really?
went to Pisay, so like fair enough. We're all gonna make it. But like, yeah, the blessed pencils. They I mean, it just feels nice, you're holding a pencil and you're like, Jesus, and then you like create your answers.
That's your
Okay,
secret
let's go
name.
back to the scary stuff.
If you dream of, how you sometimes people dream of losing their teeth. My uncle told me this once. If you dream of losing your teeth, it means a family member will die. It's very, that's very,
Damn. Why are there so many death ones? It's like yours. Wow. Like we just want people to die,
I
huh?
know, there's so many death and horror related ones.
Very specific as well. Have you had a teeth falling off dream?
No, I don't really believe in that. I think it was just
Me
there to scare
neither.
me because I had
Oh,
perfect
fair.
teeth growing up. I think he was jealous. Ding. There was another one where we used to play in the playground. Um, you know how some
Hmm.
trees have veins, not vines, like veins.
Veins?
Yeah, the veins of the
A
tree.
veiny tree?
Yeah,
Like the bark? Like
yeah.
the cracks in the bark?
Um,
Okay.
the teachers used to tell us if you touch that, you would die instantly. So no one's played around the tree.
What if you wait? That went from 0 to 100
I
real
know.
quick. Instantly?
Yeah,
Instant death?
I think
As soon as like
yeah, the vein of a tree.
that one feels like even okay, that one feels like easily disprovable. So I'm kind of surprised it made it out. Because usually with these things, it's just vague enough that you can't like exactly like discount the possibility for real.
Yeah, but
Your
when
teacher
we
is a very clever one. So that was probably her way of getting you all to just stay in one spot. Like don't touch the trees.
true,
Stay in this clearing.
it worked. I think it's because when you're young, you're just prone to believing what everyone's telling you, and a lot of
Yeah.
superstitions you end up believing it, and so you pass it on. You think it's true, but it's sort of like a habit.
Mm. I'm probably gonna tell my kids birthday noodles because I do like noodles. like any form of noodles, and I'll take
Oh
any
yeah,
excuse to eat them.
the noodle thing. I'm definitely passing on. I mean, I love noodles. Who doesn't love
Mm-hmm.
noodles? You might as well eat it. And it's easy to make during birthdays.
Yeah,
That's probably why it's so easy to make. That's probably why I say eat it every year.
point. Also, any of the wake stuff because I do like. Yeah, like I like it's such a fun tradition. You know, you like come from a wake and stuff, and you just go to a McDonald's, and it's like midnight, and you're like, "Hello, let's celebrate for some reason." That's cool.
I think in going back to that, um, I think it takes 3 days for the soul of a dead body to realize that it's dead. So that's why the wake normally lasts for 3 days, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 3 days for your soul to know you're dead. Oh, it probably has something to do with Jesus then, right?
Yeah, kind of.
But like, what is the soul? So what are you just doing then? For like, you're just dead, and you're like, you haven't realized it yet. What are you going about your day or something?
You're like, why are you crying? Wait. And then you're like, wait.
Wait, interesting. 3 days for your soul to leave your body. What happens in those 72 hours? Is there anything like more to the superstition?
I don't know. I haven't died.
You get back to us from the
I'll
beyond.
let you guys know. I'll let you guys know.
Next interview.
So, why are Filipinos very superstitious in general?
We are a religious people, definitely. We have like the highest, one of the highest like percentages of like Catholicism. I don't know.
Hmm.
We're just really, really religious. And even before the Spanish came and brought us Jesus, we had like paganism and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just so deeply entrenched in our culture. Like it could not fly. There aren't many atheists in the Philippines because just the idea of like life having no inherent meaning is just like, yeah, it's so alien to us. So I think it has to do with our deep religiosity that we're so willing to believe in things that can't directly be observed, but
Mm.
are, you know,
Yeah. Like a lot of Filipinos like to believe in something. Like even like I agree. Like even before the Spanish came and introduced, Catholicism, there was already Islam, pagan beliefs already influencing the Philippines, and that's even before Philippines was even a thing. So I think it stems back from then. I also think it's like Filipinos like conspiracy theories. Like
true, true. My sister's into them for sure.
I know like a lot of Filipinos like to have the idea of like their own hypotheses of why things happen or why should we do this or why do we do that. That's probably one of the other
Yeah.
reasons.
I mean, yeah, and it also makes for like a good story as well. Like everyone loves a good horror story.
Mm.
And like, yeah, we just as a culture we're very
Spiritual.
friendly. I don't know, warm. Yeah,
You went the other
spiritual.
way. I went the
It
other
is
way.
a cultural thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's fine because they like kind of ties in together. That we like being together. It is a very like it's one of our traits, you know.
No, I think I kind of get where you're going. Like it becomes a tradition because it's been passed down so many times.
Yeah.
Like like a community can believe in something, like for example, in like their own village, and then that superstition will still be passed down into the next generation. It turns into like a tradition almost. Like it won't be going anywhere soon. It will be edited, for example. Um,
Hmm.
if you've tuned in to like FiliFest posts, like the gods and mythology stuff, it's the same type of thing. Like, oh, we need to believe in something. That's probably why I think there's a lot of superstitions. That why we're so superstitious.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So thanks guys for tuning in to tonight's podcast. Um, thanks Clarissa again for tuning in.
Thanks for having me. Yeah. Oh yeah. Before I leave, you should absolutely follow. You should sign up first for the FiliFest community newsletter. A lot of great content on that. It's a kind of newsletter you won't just like you're gonna want to like read through. That is a Clarissa guarantee. And also check out the FiliFest community blog because you might see like a certain familiar face there.
Shameless plug.
Spoilers.
Shameless plug.
Shameless. That's the only kind of plug I do.
Socials.
Um. Oh, okay. Instagram at Clary underscore Sandy. CLARY underscore and then SANDY.
That's right.
Just hi. Say hi. Honestly, I'm a very talkative person. If you saw this and you thought like, hey, I wanna ask that person about something, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, you guys should follow her. And if you want to follow me on my Instagram, it's JA_DCN. And make sure to follow all of our FiliFest pages: YouTube, FiliFest TV, Instagram, FiliFest, Spotify, FiliFest. It's all FiliFest. So just give us a follow. And we'll see you next time on the next episode. Bye.
Woo, bye. Drinking liquids.
I've been Lawe conscious
Oh,
since birth, so
just two people in a room and then a laugh track.
I mean, are there two people?
It's like the magic words.
Tabi tabi pa.
Like they can't, like they can't evade your P unless you say tabi tabi po.
No,
Your wish
I'd
is
spell out TURON. Turon.
Turon.
That's the only thing I'd spell out, honestly.
Okay, we'll toss some Turon on your grave then.